Didn't matter what the music sheet said. Didn't matter if he knew the tune. He'd try it, and 999 times out of 1,000, he knew it. Let's get a phone call. Hello, Bill Gress.
Bill, this is Al Olson, Moline.
Yes.
I know you don't know me, but I knew George real well for quite a few years. You used to play a lot of golf with him.
Mm-hmm. Got beat, too, didn't you?
Well, I can't remember now how the scores went. Yeah, I know George was real good. Anyway, I got a couple little anecdotes about him and his golf. You remember 1955 when Jack Fleck won the Open?
Yes, very well.
Well, right after he won the Open, George and I and Jack and some other party, I'm not sure who it was. I got her name on the tip of my tongue, but I don't want to say it unless I'm sure. But anyway, we were playing over Credit Island. And, of course, you know, when they make bets, a lot of times the guy will say, a guy in the position of Jack Fleck, you know, he'd say, well, I'll give you so many strokes aside.
Right.
In other words, he was going to give George 2 strokes each 9. And at the end of the 13th hole, George had him 4 down.
That figures.
and Jack walked off the course.
I remember that incident.
And he walked
I
off.
remember that incident, yes.
And, you know, to this day, I've seen George, of course, I saw George a number of times after that, but I don't believe that Jack ever did pay him the money. You know, that's kind of a heck of a thing to say, but I think Jack was a little hurt because I don't think he thought he should be beat. He just won the Open and everything.
Right, right.
And another incident I remember, he and I and Jack Wayne, Wayne was assistant pro at
Yes,
Rhode Island.
yes.
We went up to the Clinton Country Club one real, extremely hot day, summer afternoon. And coming back, I know we come back to DeWitt, and George, you know, there's a guy here that's got a whole string of recordings, old-time records. He said, I wouldn't mind getting them if I could buy them pretty cheap, but I never did find out whatever happened to them. And but the one I remember most was just, a few years ago, right after he had the reverse colostomy.
Yes.
You know, when it's supposed to be all fixed up.
Right, right.
And I was up at the hospital visiting, and George was like me. He was an inveterate crossword puzzle worker. He loved to work crossword puzzles. And he was sitting there working a crossword puzzle. We were chewing the fat. And he says, look in the closet, Al, I want to show you something. And here he had bought a new set of Kenny Smith clubs. Kenneth Smith, you know, made these real clubs to your measure, you know, like buying a suit made to your size.
Yes.
And I don't think George ever got to use them.
He did, and he didn't like them.
Right. Well, you know, I saw him after that, and, well, I run into him at Credit Island one day, and I don't know, he just couldn't seem to get into golf anymore. You know, the last time
Getting harder and harder, right.
Yeah, last time I saw him, I was in the Iowa Open a couple of years ago. Saw him over there, and I've seen him in passing and talked to him, but nothing about golf. And
yeah.
I used to always wonder if he ever really, you know, what happened to those clubs.
I frankly don't know. Good. Thank you for calling. I want to move on to another call if I may.
Okay, Bill.
All right. Bye.